days, family history is the poor man's genetic testing. When your brother, who is only 5 years your senior, suffers a heart attack, it's a wake-up call. Or it should be. I wanted to cut my risk factors, so I hit the ground running. Literally. I fished my Nike running shoes out of the garage and started plodding around my block every evening. My diet got a makeover too. Burgers and fries were out. Salmon and broccoli were in. I started popping fish oil pills and seeking out foods with a mysterious component called fiber. I took a picture of one particularly depressing healthy meal and texted it to my brother. "Look at what you're making me do," I wrote. I hoped to minimize my risk with diet and exercise, but if I needed medication, I'd take it. I promised my wife I'd talk to my doctor. As the father of 3 young children, I wasn't going to take any chances. I guess this is what I needed to take my health seriously, I remember thinking. A good old-fashioned scare. But it wasn't. Because a couple of weeks after the new me emerged, the old me reared his lazy, hungry head. I started supplementing my healthy meals with handfuls of Doritos each time I passed the pantry. My jogs around the block dropped in frequency, and that promised appointment with the doctor kept getting put off. One night, as I sat watching TV, eating a bowl of cookie dough ice cream, I stopped for a moment and thought, "What in the world am I doing?" and then finished the bowl. None of these lapses surprise my wife anymore. She shakes her head every time I announce my plans to go on another diet. And I've tried them all. One where I counted calories on my smartphone. Another where I restricted eating to only between 2 and 6 p.m. Another where I limited my intake to only vegetables and lean meats. Few lasted for more than a week, but I'm always eager to tackle the latest fad diet that comes along. It's becoming something of a joke with friends and family. I'll start scheming about my next strict eating regimen, even as I fork unhealthy food into my mouth. Between bites, I'll declare, "The diet starts tomorrow." My lack of spiritual resolve is just as vexing. I boasted that I don't have any skeletons in my closet, and it's true. I don't engage in illegal or scandalous activities, but I say that with the full realization that many sins I do struggle with, like pride, indifference, averting my eyes from homeless people begging for money, are just as sinister as the ones that make the evening news. Sure, I go to church faithfully. I sing songs with beautiful, inspiring truths. I listen to powerful sermons. Yet year after year, I continue to struggle with the same stupid, stubborn sins. I'm caught in my own civil war between the good I want to do and the sinful impulses holding me back. I'll never arrive at perfection, not in this life. I don't expect to. But shouldn't Christians expect to make some progress? Shouldn't they gradually overcome bad habits and besetting sins? Shouldn't they become more humble and selfless? Shouldn't they look a little more like Jesus with every passing year? Shouldn't I? The reality hit me with extra force the other day when my brother, yes, the heart attack one, posed a difficult question. Are you more spiritual today than you were 20 years ago? I tried to get off on technicalities. Well, I was a teenager then, plus I've gone to seminary, and I'm not talking about how much you know, he interrupted. My brother isn't in the habit of posing deep, difficult questions, yet he'd posed one nonetheless. It wasn't a sideways confrontation either. He was asking because he was worried about his own lack of growth. His query kept rattling around my skull for the next couple of weeks, and I couldn't shake it out. In that 20 years, I'd attended church hundreds of times, sang thousands of Christian songs. I'd graduated from seminary. I'd written books about God. But was I more spiritually mature? Less enslaved to sin? Was I more passionate about following Jesus? As I look back at my patterns of behavior and the state of my soul, I don't know if I can say that I am. In many ways, I'm stuck, or even moving in reverse. Finding the foundation. Around the time I was grappling with my spiritual stuckness, I stumbled upon an intriguing description of a group of ancient Jewish monks. They were called the therapeutae because, like doctors, they cure and heal the souls of those who come to them.